Welcome to another video and episode on my walking robot Mirft2 based on the fischertechnik TXT controller running embedded Linux programmed in Python and equipped with two touch sensors on the front, a camera fused with OpenCV, another sensor next to the battery, and wired to measure the battery voltage. Normally I would just power up, connect through SSH terminal and go. Now however I have a slight problem connecting. With the very first attempt I could connect, and then things went wrong through the menu. So since then I can't connect and Robot Pro can't connect, so I will have to shut it down and power it up again. So here goes, and see whatever happens. And I can of course put it right here so you can have a better view. Let's diminish the light a bit. Makes no difference, at least on camera. So now it is booted. Now I have to select the default graphical user interface, otherwise I cannot possibly connect. So now I will select one of the IP addresses that I use for the for TXT. This is one, the other has another address, so let's see if this will connect. It does not connect, so I take the other address. Now I can connect, and now I'm in. And now I should be able to completely use it. And the question is, will everything work? Well, that remains to be seen, of course. But I will have to log in into the second terminal as well. And if you've seen the previous videos on this robot, then you know more or less what's going to happen. A lot of experiments and tests. And let me wipe out first all the and now there is something strange, because for some reason it shows it doesn't show the stuff that I'm used to get. So let me see if I can run software anyway. And no, I think there has become a very big problem right now. It has wiped out everything. So whatever happened that it could not connect, it wiped out the entire run of the software. It has nothing anymore. And that is a very bad sign. I can't run my experiments, and yes, I do have some kind of backup, but that takes time to restore. In the meantime, why is this happening? So this is not just an oops, this is a major setback. Why did this happen? No clue. Did I do anything other than previous times? No, I did not. So, oh yes, I did make a mistake. I did make one mistake. Now I notice. But it happened. And now I have to recover somehow. Unfortunately. Well, alright. So I had to restore the software after, well, unfortunate typo and mistake. I did it, and took quite some time, by the way, but it also gave me the opportunity to review the code, leave out some old stuff. So I hope this is going to be alright. And as you can see here, I made a few typos, but that is alright. So let's hope that things are better now. And that it indeed does what it should do. And the first thing it does is go into network error. Not funny. Including pig done. And this is not what is supposed to happen. Not at all even. So this is happening in here. And this is all coming from the from the original code that did work well. So now the question is, why doesn't it work? Camera action leads indeed straight. Where's camera action again? Right here. And then you go straight in here, so that's alright. And then the problem is, as said, here. But this is completely correct. So now only 2 non-keyword arguments accepted. In what? For when? This is strange. Let's try again. Yeah, well, I didn't try, so it will go into error. Although by far not all errors are repeating. Like this is repeating, and it makes no sense either. Another point is then that I don't even get voltage, where I doubt that that one is correct. And there we go. And again this one. So unfortunately I need to check on the most recent code that I used lower underscore red. So let's check on that one. And yes, I did forget something. It was a small typo in that line, a square bracket. So now it would be alright. Given, hopefully, that it does work. Network error. I hate those things. Yep. And that is this is also the disadvantage of Python. It only encounters the error upon execution and not while you're compiling, because this is an interpreter and not a compiler. So with C, before execution, you already encountered all of this. So once again, an attempt, and it might happen more often that it stumbles upon a typo. But let's hope not. And there we go into height, yes. Because here I made a typo. And let's move the robot over here. This is a very big oops in multiple. And this is line 58. At least it says 58, but this is not something as well as a PNG. Really? Ah, I understand. Wait. Yeah. I have to put this in quotes, because this is not a variable. This is just a file name. The file name that I have created here, and this is a variable, this isn't. So now hoping that it just works and not goes into network error. And so this episode is non-constructive, but it shows a lot of details. Yeah, and there we go. Now everything seems to be alright. That Metal object is not subscriptable. Line 142. Really? Right. In that case, I will have to check again on how this works. Typos happen, but this, maybe this should be round brackets, but anyway, another check out. Alright, so that was indeed an error in brackets, and in the meantime this has come away from the legs, which is a thorough hint that this way of mounting the rubber feet is not reliable. I'll take it out, and neither is this, neither is that one with the staples mounted. And yes, I haven't found yet a way to solve that. But let's concentrate on the software running now. Well, at least one successful run. Well, almost successful. Time sleep is that in 162, and I know what's wrong because this is a comma and American notation requires a dot. So now this works. That means that, given the fact that it didn't do everything, because I still have not touched the sensors, that I don't know if everything works, but at least it is a start. So now let's move it over here and see if I can get this working. Alright. I got it to stop. And why did it well, not because of front sensors anyway. I have to do it again. Well, let me first see the HSV space, and here I see I need an improvement of the code. That is not quite alright, so I need this little dot to be away. Not a little dot, this hyphen needs to go. So how can I best do that? Just remove it. Yeah, I know. Let's see that that works. Alright. And then right until here. And this one as well. this should do it. Will it? Well, we'll soon see, but first let's display the first or the very last one, which is 12, 34, 55. TXT res 12, 34, 55. Go. Yeah, well, it is not quite the way I intended, because I want to see everything red and that it isn't, and also it has a lot of black and white. So the algorithm in itself has to be improved. That one thing for sure. That said, let's run it again and find out if the touch sensor will work, because that is something that still has to be proven. So go again. Oh yeah, and if the routine runs, which seems to be the case, pressing yes, no front sensor active. I don't like that. Alright, let's do it different. And then press this one when the when everything is running. Yeah, alright. So now I press this one. It does stop. Now it ends. But why? It has taken front sensor 2. This means actually that when it comes to the front sensors, and I don't like this, that the counting of the sensors, which I had a problem with some time ago, has returned due to this counting. So here I define them as 0, 1 and 2 from input 0, 1 and 2. However, the point is that they are counted from 1, 2 and 3. So let me change them from 1, 2 and 3. And then do it again. Did I save it? Yes, I did. And now go again. And now do this one, and this should be alright then. Yes, it runs. Alright. Now, which one has been shown? Front sensor 2. So indeed, this was front sensor 2. Then the other one, this one should be front sensor 1, so I will test that momentarily. Once the algorithm runs nicely. Yep, there we go. Now it should say 1. which one has been shown. Yep, front sensor 1. Alright, so that in itself is very good now. So actually I should rename this, the variables to 1, 2 and 3 as well. But this is not a bad result considering the fact that I started with a very big oops. Alright, so what needs to be improved? Color needs to be improved. HSV workspace, color space. The feet need to be improved. They are attached, but yeah, well, this is no good. That needs no explanation. Where to go further? Well, I'm not quite satisfied with the gears yet. So let's run without doing something. And mind that the gears are not rattling now. And there you go. Why does it end this way? I have no clue. Another thing is that if you look here, it has a gray image, and it has, it does have a red image and a normal image. And considering this location, I expect that that the result image of with the supposedly red stuff will be black. Interesting to see that one. So the latest image is 1245, yes. 3. Yeah, like I said, there's no black, there's no red object in view. So this will be the floor then. This is an object, so I think that is the whole thing to distinguish. Lighter, less light, and no red at all. So yeah, I think that is the way to go. And with that, we've come to the end of this episode, which came down to starting with a major oops. After which it took some time, not recorded, to restore the code. After that, some typos coming along, restoring the numbers of the sensors. Finding out that this as a part of a lag is not a best idea, which reminds me that I have to look into a nice construction with this rubber feet. And the HSV workspace, color space, actually not workspace, which stands for UE saturation and value, indeed gives a nice view that when it is pointed that way, not seeing these two reddish objects, that it gives only black and white, white being some kind of the floor and black being objects around it. So in that perspective, the HSV color space is way better than the other way. Yeah, and I started with another problem, namely that the accessing of the controller went completely wrong. I had to restart it. But anyway, without much constructive work, I do have one nice result. Being explainable images. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment if you like. You can also follow me on Twitter. If so, then retweet, like and leave a comment. You can also follow me on Instagram, like and leave a comment. Please donate to keep videos coming to you. You can also become a patron and have your name mentioned. And this is going to be continued. For now, thanks for watching and